I do have a counselor whom I see regularly, someone I can trust to help me work through all the emotions and thoughts that sometimes feel overwhelming. I make it a point to write down every single feeling, every painful memory, and every small victory in my notes. Looking back, I often wish I could have had a more peaceful and carefree childhood. Instead, I was carrying an immense weight on my young shoulders, burdens and worries far beyond what a child should have to face. There were always haunting shadows lurking in the back of my mind, whispering fears and doubts I couldn't escape from. When I was just 10 years old, my mum and Kieran, who I was very close to, split up. He had been part of our lives for 5 years, and during that time, he felt like family to me. But things weren't as perfect as they seemed. He did a lot of things that weren't right, things that caused damage and pain. And when my mum and Kieran separated, everything in our little world started to unravel and fall apart completely. I haven't hesitated to speak openly about my mum's struggles. It's been hard for me to admit, but I still haven't fully picked myself up after the breakdown she went through. That period was incredibly difficult for all of us. However, my mum did reach out and apologize, and since then, we have worked hard to rebuild our relationship. We've opened up a channel of honest and heartfelt communication, something I never thought was possible during those darkest times. My mum was shattered during that phase of her life. She went through some truly dark days, darkness that no child should ever have to witness. When we needed her the most, when we were vulnerable and scared, she wasn't always there for us because she was caught in her own battles. It was heartbreaking. At school, other kids would ask me questions about what was happening at home when I was only 11 years old. I couldn't handle it. I would just cry quietly by myself at night, feeling utterly alone. Turning to my dad wasn't an option either because my parents didn't get along, and I grew up in an environment filled with cold distance and tension. I have never truly healed from those wounds. Some scars run too deep. But I have seen a huge change in my mum compared to who she was back then. She faced me, admitted what happened, and apologized. Honestly, I never needed her to say sorry, but what meant the most was that she acknowledged everything and realized she needed to put her family first. Now, we talk a lot more. Our relationship has transformed, and my mum has become my closest friend.